What's up everybody, welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel and today we are going to talk about expansion for Explorers of Navoria Forgotten Lands. Now this one brings solo play, 5th player, but also brings some really cool new things that actually was after. And yeah, so I got it because I really liked the Explorers of Navoria. If you didn't check out my review of them, go check it out. It's somewhere on the channel. And even though I already told you I like it, but still, go check out why I like it. And when you are back, I'm going to show you why I like this expansion and what this expansion brings us to. What's new it's bringing to the table. So yeah, the rules itself, they're pretty simple, self-explanatory. As I said, they're written really weird. Of course, there's solo mode. There's something that's really interesting. There is like this solo campaign that you can go through. I haven't read much into it because I don't plan on playing this game solo, but I see that the rules are not like super complicated, so it might happen on this channel. I don't know. Of course, you get a board for a 5th player. Everything is the same, nothing different here. And yeah, you get a bunch of cards. Let me just take them all out. Oh my god. So you get of course, a card for a 5th player that explains what you are doing in each phase of the game. You get a whole new deck of cards that if you pull the gray chip with this token on it, so you can take this card. And these cards actually give you lots of cool things. They are dual color cards. If you are going for scoring something, like the scoring that gives you points for yellow and purple cards, this one will give you for both, but they don't have an action, they don't have an icon up here, so they will not score you for that anything. But still, they bring you lots of new cool things to the table. They can give you like 5 points and a movement on any of the tracks, which is really cool. And so, or either they can even give you to build and move on some tracks, stuff like that. Now these cards are all for the solo play. I haven't played it solo, so we're gonna skip over these. And we have these cards. They are scored in the phase that's called return. In the return phase, they are scored. They will give you some extra points. You're just gonna shuffle them and pick 3. For the game 1, game 2, game 3. You're gonna score them. So that's like a little bit of extra scoring going on in this game. And you get these like contract tokens. Now I have wooden components for this resource, but unfortunately I didn't know that they will not provide the cardboard ones unless it's like a 3 of them. So I didn't bought it because it was like an extra purchase to buy resources in like a wooden cool component. But I guess I'll have to get them now. It is what it is. You also get components for a 5th player, and it's white player. And I'm not sure why they chose white for this, because we have a white player. But these have nothing to tie with the white player, nothing to deal with it. Basically, you will put these at the end of each of the tracks, and once the first player reaches it, gets the points from the chests on the main board. They will pick this one up, and it will basically give you an extra icon for the scoring and for the end game scoring possibilities. Because some of those cards in the base game all of those cards in the base game have these icons up there. So this way you kind of get a little bit. I think this is the way to mitigate that there is nothing up here. So you get all of these cool abilities, but you don't get icons. But if you manage to snag this one first, you will get some extra icons that way. So more solo components. And you get a bunch of the contracts, and they are all loose and going around the box. I just threw them in because I wanted to show them, review separately. But after that, I'm just going to pack everything in a base game, box, because I think it fits everything really nicely. So yeah, basically, you will pick these however many players are playing. You are going to pick them, and each of the players will pick one of these and one of these in like this snake draft thingy going on. And what this does is gives you something to start with extra, like nobody else. It gives you like variable starting powers or sort of like that. And this one gives you a unique ability to spend your contracts. So you can spend 3 contracts to get all of these resources, all of 3 resources in 1 point, or you can spend 3 contracts, for a building or to exchange some cards, stuff like that. So all kinds of different things. And as I said, these will give you just some extra cards to start with, or give you some extra of these. Like this one gives you just 3 contracts, but that means that you can immediately fill this one up when you are able to. It tells you in what phase do you do that. So that's really cool. You get a bunch of the resources. Now the tracks don't score the normal way. Now you can use these to score something a little bit different, because this one will push a lot on you to get the red cards, because all of these, I mean most of them, give you some type of scoring if you have the most of the red cards. So it will push you in that direction sort of. But basically each round these are being shuffled and put over the regular scoring on the main board. On those tracks, where you are exploring the land, on those tracks, these will be put there to do something, to score a little bit different. And you also get this to add to the island, because now you have these gray tokens. So once you are picking them from the deck in a phase that's called, I've forgotten the name of the phase, in income phase, no, not in a gather phase. I'm sorry, in a B gather phase. If there's those, you can get some of these contracts, stuff like that. And you get, of course, because now the game goes up to 5 players, this is put instead of on the board, instead of already exhibited there once with the 4 spaces, because this one has 5 spaces for 5 players. And you get a little bit more of the tokens, because you have a 5th player. Now you need more swords and more of these crystals and apples, and I will definitely need to get the wooden ones, because I have the wooden ones for these, so it's just obvious thing to do. So yeah, that's the expansion. Now I got this expansion mostly because I wanted this extra deck of cards. I wanted these variable player powers. This is something that I really enjoy in the games, when everybody's starting differently, doing different things. That's something I really, really like. So that's why I got it. You get a solo component, you get a 5th player. I still like this game with 4 players more, to be honest. But collecting these guys is also cool. I was not aware that that's in here also, but yeah, that's really also a cool expansion. So yeah, overall I think it's a really cool expansion to the base game. It doesn't prolong the game much if you include all of this, but you don't include the 5th player, of course, obviously. If you still play with the same amount of players but just include everything from here in the base game, it will not prolong the game. It will just enrich it with more different things, and that's something that I'm looking after in the expansions. If expansions brings me another hour and a half of a game just because I incorporated the expansion, that's something that I will probably dislike. But when it just gives you more things to do but keeps the time frame the same, I'm up for it. So if you like Explorers of NAVORIA, if you have Explorers of NAVORIA and you were thinking about the expansion, get it. It's really cool. Gives you all the special things going on, stuff like that. So I really, really liked it. So yeah, that is all. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for spending all your time with me. I do appreciate all of that. Thank you for your support on Patreon. If you are not my supporter, why? Support me. Because everything I earn over there, I just pour back into the channel, into the giveaways, into the better equipment, better camera, better sound. I know sound is awful now. I'm in a makeshift studio. Things will change in the future. It will be better looking back here, not like this wall, but something else. You're gonna see it. So yeah, that is that. Until next time. Pozdrav.